Last week we talked about prison escapes. Everybody seems to love a good prison escape story. They're exciting, they're unlikely, and the Bible has several prison escape stories. And those three that fill the book of Acts seem to teach us together some incredible things about God and God's mission and how we can be part of that. Throughout the book of Acts, this whole story that is being told is how those early followers of Jesus, after Jesus left and commissioned them, how it is that they carried out the work that Jesus called them to do. So as they are forming the church, as they're telling people about Jesus, as they are doing the work that Jesus called them to do, the unlikely thing happens that they're put in prison 3 different times. And as we looked at those 3 different times, it shows the ways that God helped break those people out of prison. It shows how God overcame the obstacles that were in front of them. And it shows how nothing gets in the way of God and God's mission. Nothing. Even something as big and as much of a barrier as prison can be, nothing can get in the way of God and God's mission. And on the flip side, it's not just that God can resist those things, but that God will do whatever it takes to accomplish God's mission. And that language even fills the rest of the Bible. In Isaiah and in the Psalms, there are verses that talk about how God will accomplish these things. And even in Psalm 138, it describes how God will accomplish the things that concern us. It's like God actually cares enough about the things that we're doing and the things that God leads us to do to accomplish things on our behalf. I mean, it's filling us with this confident kind of language that God can do what needs to be done in order to accomplish God's work and the work that God gives us to do. So no matter where we're at and whatever we're involved in and whatever we're up against, God can do what needs to be done to lead us through and to make things happen that we can't make happen ourselves. So if it's in a relationship that we're in, if it's in a situation at work that we're in, if it's in a bind that we're in that we don't know how to get out of, God can accomplish what needs to be accomplished to achieve the things that God has in mind. This week we turn to the end of the book of Acts. We're nearing the end of this whole series on the big picture, and the end of the book of Acts gives us some just epic ideas, an epic perspective on what it means to be part of God's mission and what it is that God is doing in creating us and molding us into the people that God designed to be. So I look forward to looking at this passage from the end of Acts with you.